I have Jonathan Nelson with me, who's been trying to convince marketers about the power of digital even before internet got validation on the cover of Time magazine way back in 1994. So I can safely say that he's the biggest brand ambassador of all things digital and whatever it can possibly do. So thank you so much for joining me. It's great to have you on Impact.
Thanks so much for having me. I look forward to this.
So tell me, Jonathan, what are the big trends that you're seeing in technology, and what are the trends that are going to dominate Cannes Lion this year?
Everybody right now is talking about AI and what it is and what it can be. So that is certainly dominating the conversation this year, as it did last year in Cannes.
Mm-hmm. And we're living in a world where data means everything. There have been several acquisitions in the space by your competitors. And today, somehow, we're seeing that the focus has sort of changed from owning data to actually using insights, deriving insights of that data. What is the Omnicom approach regarding that?
Well, at Omnicom, I think we're sitting on more data than anybody at least on the buy side of the relationship. Whether that's first-party data, second-party data, transactional data, we have many tens of petabytes of data, but data is just a means to an end. Really, the end is what do you do with it? What is the insight that you drive from it? And ultimately, what do you drive as an outcome from all of this? So just owning data, it really is what do you do with it that matters.
And you've built both Omni and Analect from scratch in-house. Tell us about the merits of having an in-house setup as opposed to, acquisition, which is the easy way out maybe. And what are the other tech platforms that you're building right now?
Well, first of all, I want to give a big shout out to India because half of Analect is actually in India, and we founded that. I co-founded it in Bangalore many, many years ago. But we have felt that by building our own platform, it's proprietary, it's custom built just for us. It's not like we're buying a third-party company, bringing it in and saying, okay, that's the perfect thing for us. Like we literally built this from scratch. And so we control all the APIs, all the data in and out, all the outputs of the system we control, and it's custom built for our clients. And so it drives the results that we're looking for. And going forward, I think you can see more of the same. As I mentioned, have tens of petabytes of data. That's the ingredient to very, very powerful AI models, which in turn will drive better efficiencies and better outcomes for clients.
Another thing is that today, because of the advent of digital, we're seeing campaigns becoming more transactional. It's all about that point of sale, performance marketing. So much so that sometimes after that purchase, customer doesn't really remember the campaign or the brand. So do you think that's one flip side of digital, or is that really the future?
Well, I think people, as you move through life, you're bombarded by marketing messages. That's just how everybody's lives are. And so those messages tend to be very brief, fleeting, but they do have an impact, particularly if they're tailored to you. And I think we're about to go through a creative revolution where we talk about mass personalization scale, where the advertising sculpts and molds to who you are and what you want. And I think while the messages may be fleeting, the purchase is not. Really, that's the payoff when you actually buy the product and you experience the product and hopefully return again and again, recommending the product to your friends. That's the most powerful type of marketing of all, is when you buy something, it fulfills the need that you have, and you go back and you repurchase it and hopefully become a customer for life.
And also tell us a little about how generative AI can become a great partner for agencies, and how are you using it at Omnicom?
Well, generative AI is a huge partner. I don't think it solves all of the problems inside of agencies. It won't do all the creative campaigns. It won't summarize all of the data, but it will get you quite a bit of the way there very, very quickly. And so at Omnicom, we talk about generative AI is giving our employees superpowers. And so what it is doing is allowing them to do inhuman amounts of research in seconds, generate new ideas, innovate, ultimately show the connection back to outcomes, is that I keep talking about. That is really what we're investing in, and that is how Analect is going to evolve our platform, Omni.
And I know you've been coming to Canline year after year. Tell us
Yeah.
about that one change
Sure.
that you want to see here.
Oh gosh, I mean, yeah, this is. I think this is in my 23rd con
Wow.
consecutively, with maybe a year or two off for COVID. I love con because it's really the connection of the human creativity with technology as it's evolved. And I think that we can't forget that there's human beings at the center of this. That's who's at the other end of the connection on the internet. Likewise, we've touched on it a few times, that marketing exists in service of commerce. Really, people wouldn't do marketing if it didn't result in an action on the consumer side. And I think we need to never lose sight of the fact that, one, it's about real people, and two, it's about people actually doing things and buying products, right? Sales drives marketing. And so that's what we're doing at Omnicom, is connecting marketing to sales.
All right. And we've been hearing these lines, agency heydays are over. There's reducing margins, tech companies are taking over, consultancies are taking over. So what do you think is that one business idea or one area which can be tapped to kind of bring back the agencies into the limelight and make them the most important?
Well, we've touched on how marketing drives sales. If you are the company that is driving sales, you are going to be very, very important to anybody. And if you can prove it on an accountable, repeatable basis, you're going to be in the conversation. That's exactly what we're doing at Omnicom.
Super. Great chat. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thanks
and
for having
hope
me.
you enjoy your 24th can.
Thank you. Thank you so much.